Hi, thank you again for coming on today, my man.
No problem.
What up, guys? Episode 189. I got Chris Cub with me. Brendan's out there exploring the world with Brock. I think they're in Rome now today. Today's Sunday. Epic night of fights last night. Huge announcements we're going to talk about that came out the day after me and Brendan dropped our last pod. Last night was a great night. Brendan, 7 flights in 10 days, guys. I sure can't wait to hear how that went.
Wild.
That's a lot of flights. It's a
Of current circumstances.
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my God. But super excited to hear their story when he gets back. We'll do a pod as soon as he gets back, Jobins.
For sure. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah. Chris, give us a little update. How have you been, bud? Last time I had you on, you had just got done doing the tour with Don Tolliver.
Yes, sir.
How you been?
Pretty good, man. Afterwards, like I said, we did end up doing Rolling Loud in Miami,
Uh-huh.
and that was a big.
How did that go?
Fucking awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We went to 11 again. Well, we went outside of 11 this time,
Uh-huh.
but we were in Miami again, and I ran into so many different rappers and people. It was so fucking dope.
Who was your favorite one that you ran into this time?
I mean, there was a bunch of new ones. Ice Spice was watching our show.
That's pretty sick.
Like right next to it. But it was cool working with Future again because
That's fire.
Yeah, I ran into Future. I've worked with Future in the same show 3 times now. And it's always like
Damn.
something different. It's pretty cool though. So yeah,
You got that motherfucker on speed dial.
Yeah, bro, I have to.
how
So why we run?
many days was Rolling Loud? 3?
Yeah, it was 3 days. We were only there for 2 of them though. We flew back on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was a really cool experience. Bunch of dope rappers. Travis performed right after us while we were tearing our shit down, so it was cool. It was like we were backstage while Travis was performing, and we had to tear down the globe behind. It was insane.
sick.
Yeah.
What's the next big one you're looking forward to doing? Or do you have one booked yet?
Yeah. I think I'm supposed to be going to the Bahamas. That's the plan as of right now. As long as my passport makes it in time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know like much details on it yet, but yeah, as long as my passport makes it, I should be going to the Bahamas next. And if not that one, then
How do you get your globe to the Bahamas?
Oh, they like ship it in a cargo. It's not mine, but they ship it like in a cargo boat and
Damn.
yeah, like in a container. Like it's crazy. But yeah,
That's pretty sick.
I'm supposed to be doing that one, and if not, I'm supposed to be doing an event in Austin,
Uh-huh.
Texas, at the end of the month, and it's like a big moto, like street bike racing event, supposedly.
That'd be cool.
So,
Get
yeah.
back on Kill Tony again.
Yeah, I want
Little 2.0.
Sneak by to I think it's 6th Street or something like that, whatever it is. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want to check it out. See if
You guys don't remember Chris has been on Kill Tony before.
Yeah,
Didn't go the way he thought it would.
Nope.
But hey,
Dude,
that's probably 99% of the people that go on Kill Tony.
bro, they did the New Year's show this year, and they had The Undertaker open the damn show.
Which was sick.
Yeah, and I had met The Undertaker, and I never, in that same arena, and I never talked about it on Kill Tony. I fucked up on that one.
Damn.
Next time. We'll talk
Sometimes
about
it's
it.
right in front of you.
I know, and you miss it.
Yep.
You miss 100% of
Been there.
the shots you don't take.
Yep.
Michael Scott.
Still,
Yeah,
though,
man. Good times.
it's sick.
We'll get him next time, for sure.
Dude, you have to get back on Kill Tony.
Yeah,
You got to.
Yeah, one day. I don't know how far down the line, but one day I'll be back on Kill Tony. Book it, for sure.
God, it'd be so nerve-wracking. Seeing how big Kill Tony's gotten has been so insane, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love it. Like the guy that was in front of me when I signed up for Kill Tony last year or the year before, I guess, was Ari Matti, the Estonian guy. And,
Yeah.
And he didn't get picked that year. I
Uh-huh.
got picked when I was like in line behind him. But now look at him. He's like the biggest star in the whole fucking show.
That's
And
crazy.
It's crazy how fucking life works out that way. And I felt bad. Like I was like, dude, I know this guy's funny because he had been on the show, but he never blew up. But then after that, like that whole last year, he just fucking blew up. Everybody started supporting him, and now he's hopefully going to get a visa or some shit, and he's going to be living here permanently, I guess.
What's really cool is going back to seeing old school Kill Tony videos where it's so small.
Yeah.
And you're seeing, and it's just like, my God,
It
he
just
took over.
grows.
He killed it, dude.
Yeah.
And now it's like the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and there were shows when they were doing Kill Tony where like their room wasn't even full. It was like half full of people. Like it wasn't like that.
Dude,
many
he's like
people.
this generation's American Idol, but with comedy.
Yeah, but with comedy, he's like picking up people. Yeah, like America's Got Talent, but strictly
Yeah.
comedians.
And this
wild.
generation's way of doing it on YouTube, which is so insane.
Yeah.
And his guy next to him, his whole crew, and just the people that he gets. The one guy who, I forget his name, you know his name, who does Biden. He does all the...
Oh, yeah. Adam Ray.
funny as
That's who was.
fuck.
Yeah, that's who was judging when I was on.
I
He was
think
Dr.
honestly,
Phil.
he's my number one from that show.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
And like he keeps making new characters. He
He's-
did a guy that's like an Italian retired comedian,
Mm-hmm.
and that one was fucking hilarious too. That whole show had good bucket pulls. so,
Insane. Fucking insane.
yeah.
Jobins, last night's fights were fucking sick. Out of anything that ever happened to anyone, of course that would happen to Henry Cejudo, especially the way that his career is, the way he is as a person.
Yeah.
That would be the way that fight goes for him.
Yeah, and honestly, it just feels like it sucks because Dana's already saying like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
no, he's done. He's got to be done or whatever. But I feel like Henry is not gonna want to go out like that. But yeah, that's the way a fucking Henry fight would go, you
Right?
know? And like everybody's saying that they thought maybe he would get the DQ win himself if he just stopped the fight right there. And then it turned out that they gave the win to Song.
That was
So-
such a weird, and the technical, the way that they revealed it was weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. On top of such a great night of fights.
Yeah, yeah. But everybody's saying like, he pussed out or whatever. It was a legit injury. Like he had a cordial abrasion or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that pic.
Yeah, dude, his shit got fucked up. Like
He made that
legit.
joke.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be brothers with Michael Bisping now."
Yeah, he was Henry Chibalcancy
Yeah,
for sure. Like, it was crazy. It was bad.
eye pokes and nut shots, guys. It's
Yeah.
nuts how we're fighting, we're damaging each other, but eye pokes and nut shots are just like the biggest curse.
Mm-hmm.
And eye pokes, especially.
And it sucks because they had just put out the new gloves, so the new gloves were out, and everybody hated them. Like there was no KOs happening or nothing.
Dumb.
So this fight card, they went back to the old gloves. Now there's all old gloves again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was fucking hella KOs, but then we had a fucking eye poke in the last fucking.
I just
The
think
main
no
event.
matter what, there's gonna be eye pokes.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
We
part of-
just no matter the glove.
yeah, no matter what you're. Yeah, it's gonna happen no matter what. I think it still happened with the new gloves anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like, what was the point? There's less KOs now and more still eye pokes.
Yeah, that whole glove shit was kind of dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but they were trying to make it better. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But dude, guys, getting eye poked and not being able to see, that's got to be one of the worst things that ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if it was like Henry was saying he was seeing like 4 of the guy or whatever, but still, like, it was definitely affecting him. Like, one of his eyes was fucked, and that fucks up the hand perception pretty much of the whole fight for him. Because
Right.
if he can't see out of one eye, where he thinks he's landing those punches is not where he's going to be landing those punches, pretty much.
I met Henry.
kicks.
I met Henry at UFC X event that they did a couple years ago in Vegas, and obviously he's gonna be nice to fans there.
Yeah.
Me and Brendan met him, super nice.
Yeah.
I think we even had brought up Sean,
Yeah.
and he said nothing but nice things.
Yeah, he
You know what
plays
I
a
mean?
character.
Yeah.
like a lot of the fighters.
Some people from the gym, maybe they just don't like Henry too, but they're like, oh no, because they've trained there.
Yeah,
they go,
he's
oh,
from here, so,
yeah,
like, they
and they
have
go, oh
personal-
no, he's cringy there too, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Does it work all the time? I feel like for a guy like Henry, guys, when Henry was coming up doing his thing, I was a big fan of him before the cringe turned. Because before,
He's an Olympian, bro. He was
Yeah.
crazy. Like he's very talented. And he's still a legend. Like,
when he beat Demetrius Johnson after getting beat the way, and he was the one next up, right? And then Demetrius Johnson just fucking wrecks him the first time they fight. And then you got to come back from that with that mindset.
yeah, and he put that initial spark into that division
Yeah.
too, because everybody like DJ was freaking awesome, but everybody was hating on him. You know what I mean, for being like a champ that just kept winning no matter.
I know,
what.
I was a big fan of DJ.
But that was legendary, bro. He had a
Right.
legendary streak. But Cejudo brought new life to that division, and then he ended up being somebody that people hated the division for again, pretty much. So yeah, it's
First
just funny how
ever-
it works out that way.
right?
Yeah.
First ever live event I went to was a Demetrius Johnson in Kansas City.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Against Wilson Reese.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching him forever, but my first one wasn't until 2022,
Yeah.
Orlando.
And Henry's got a lot of good wins. It wasn't until he went cringy. And some of his stuff, like even the fortune cookie, like that kind of stuff makes me giggle.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Right? And he always would come to back it up, right? So at the end of the day, I'm like, I respect Henry, right? And it does kind of suck to see him go out like that.
Yeah. And I don't think he's going to let it happen, bro.
I know. I think he'll probably come back.
He's
at
going
the
to come back. It's weird that he wants to come back with like that fight particularly, because I do think Song was winning anyways.
He was coming. The tides were turning.
Yeah, maybe a little bit towards the end, but then
Mm-hmm.
he got eye poked, and then I feel like he definitely stuck to that. But then again, it was legit. Like afterwards, the picture, the reports or whatever said that it was a legit fucking injury. So
Yeah.
sucks. Hopefully he he does figure something out, and Dana lets him go out in a retirement fight at this point. It has to be that. Like,
right?
it just seems like you're not there, bro. You're not at the level with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's still a legend. Still respect to everything he's done in his career, but it's just kind of looking at it realistically now at that point.
Facts.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Jean Silva, Jobins? I think we got a new featherweight prospect on our hands here.
That's a stud.
That
dude.
was such a fucking sick fight. I missed it live, but I saw it reback because I went up and took a shower. But damn.
Yeah, insane. I was outside. I was outside the house, but we had the fights going on in the living room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking through the window and I'm watching the fight, and he like daps up the guy like 10 seconds before the KO. He daps him up or whatever. He's
They were slapping each other. The guy started slapping him. And
Well,
they
yeah,
went like this. Then he hypes up the crowd.
Yeah, because they hit each other like each other with like 1-2s or some shit like that. And Jean was like, "Oh, that was a good one," and he was like, "Oh, that was a good one." Then they dapped each other up. 10 seconds later, boom, fucking right down the pipe and done.
Hard.
Yeah, dude was out, bro. And then he's just like standing over him like, he's done.
I know,
boy.
and then the ref, and
the
then
ref's like, nope, finish him.
And then he did. I think he landed like one headshot maybe, and then the rest were to the body.
Yeah.
So even good on him.
Yeah.
For realizing.
Yeah, 100%,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
And dude, this guy's story so far, guys, Jopins.
Yeah.
He's 4-0 in the UFC now, right?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, he beat TKO, knocked out Charles Jourdain, and within 2 weeks, TKO knocked out Drew Dober.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
This dude might, and he's holding back tears when Bruce is fucking announcing him.
Yeah, because it means a lot to him, bro.
Yeah,
he's from
dude.
fucking Brazil, and he's a fighting nerd as well. You know,
I like that.
Shout out the fighting nerds. They're fucking killers.
I
Fucking
like-
Chao Barallo, Ruffy, Carlos Prates, like all of them are fucking killers right now. They're all just fucking. It's like a WWE faction pretty much in the UFC. Like they're all just killers terrorizing everybody in the UFC right now, and they're just winning. And,
He ate some shots too, like they were nothing.
Yeah.
They were big shots.
Yeah, he was smiling through
Yeah,
everything,
dude.
bro. He was having a great time. And those are the most fun fighters to watch, the ones that look like they're just fucking enjoying themselves in there pretty much.
Dude, he's 28 years old, 12-fight win streak.
Not even in his prime yet.
Yeah. Only one has gone to decision in those 12-fight win streak, and it was on the Contender Series. So now he's 4-0 inside the octagon.
Yeah, he's a killer.
I'm excited. Very excited. Calls out Bryce Mitchell. And everybody in the world right now seems to want to fight Bryce Mitchell. And here's my thing, guys. Could this be huge for Bryce Mitchell? Has Bryce Mitchell just set himself up to catapult
Yes.
and to like stardom? Because guess what?
Yes.
If everyone wants to start beating his ass, all he's got to do is win.
Bro.
And if he stays winning and saying this shit, what's going to happen?
If he fights in the next year and he fights twice and he wins both those times, his stock is already rising
Bro.
because of this shit, honestly. You know,
Dana could have a headache on his hands
Yeah,
coming
bro.
quick. They might actually go, hey, Bryce, shut the fuck up.
dude, he's taking the Kanye route, bro.
Bro.
He's taking the fucking Kanye route. I'm a Kanye fan. Not the best time to be that guy's fan, but he's doing what he does. He fucking bullied people and like said something that's really fucked up. And now look, his stock is just going up for his next album to drop, aka his next fight.
Bully?
Yeah, bully.
We
Shout out
need
Bully.
a
We need
Neil
Bully.
deGrasse Tyson and Bryce Mitchell pod. If he were to get
He
Neil
would
deGrasse...
dismantle him, dog.
Bro, if Bryce were to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on his own pod to talk
no.
about science shit, that could be fucking gold.
Yeah, it's anything that Bryce does is gonna be gold.
Yeah,
man.
a lot of
Like,
all-
that guy's popping. Not for the best reasons, but he is. It is what it is.
Who was it again? Was it Emmett that knocked him out pretty bad?
Yeah, Josh
Yeah.
Emmett put him out, and he had like seizures and shit.
Now,
That's scary shit.
everyone's
Like,
gonna-
that sucks. Like, but now people love to see that, so they'll be waiting for another one, I guess.
Bryce was pretty good. Everyone's hating on him because of the things he's saying, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Bryce was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Is that all gone out the window?
Imagine John gets that fight, and then somehow Bryce submits Jean Silva, stops his hype train. Like what?
And with the
He's got enough hype already. He's gonna go. Sorry, he's
Yeah,
gonna go
that's
even
okay.
crazier with it. Like it's gonna be
Right?
insane. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, his take on gravity was funny as fuck. And that's what I want to see Neil deGrasse Tyson.
His take on anything is fucking hilarious. Just
Yeah.
the way he talks. He drilled himself in the nutsack. Dude.
Right?
It's like at this point he's gonna do anything. It's gonna be fucking gold.
Fucking Harley at the gym, he goes, "Oh, Schmitty, you're flat earther theory boy." And I'm like, I don't think the fucking earth is flat, dude. I'm like, do I open my mind to some conspiracies and listen to what they have to say? Yeah, and have fun with it and have fun with thoughts? Yes.
Jovins, I think Schmidt might be a flat earther. I don't know.
There's times I'm like, guys, even
I've
Joe
been going downstairs and there's just flat earth videos on the TV. I'm like, you going through something, Schmidt? And he's like, nah, man.
I just like to hear what they got to say. Yeah, I just like, hey, man.
Nah,
It's all about learning.
jokes.
And we're only learning what we've been told as kids. So that's
Yeah.
the kind of stuff like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
But
knows
no,
what's actually
Schmitty
fucking
does
real.
not think the earth is fucking flat.
Nah.
Who knows?
There's plenty of theories out there on things that are turning out to be true these days. So,
Right?
Yeah. Why not?
But yeah, dude, super excited to see Mr. Jean Silva fight again.
Yeah, the fighting nerds. I think Ruffy's fighting on the next Poatan and IIia fight.
I imagine he's gonna have a quick turnaround.
This guy, yeah, Jean, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, he'll be probably on International Fight Week or something like that for
Dude,
sure. He's a
it's
star.
fucking February.
And
dude.
it's
He's
like-
fighting next month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This dude's fighting on some card in March. He's gonna sneak on.
Yeah, people like to say that the UFC's lacking stars, but there's always people coming up, bro. And Jean's one of those people, and that whole team in itself is
Right?
on the rise.
And he just seems like a good dude. I like him.
Yeah,
All eyes on Jean Silva.
Brazilians just all have like a crazy come up. Like
Right?
Poatan was a fucking tire shop guy. Like
Yeah.
sledgehammering tires.
And then
Shama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Vanderford made his UFC debut last night. And then the guy got so pissed off after he lost, he pushes him.
Yeah.
I ain't seen some shit like that in a while.
It was the hardest shot he landed the whole
Kind,
fight.
I know, kind of out of nowhere too, right?
Yeah. Nah,
Not
he
really
was more
more-
pissed off at the ref. The ref was kind of shitty in that fight, but Austin still. I still think Austin won. You know, you
Yeah.
have Paige Van Zandt in your corner. You better fucking win, dog. Come on. But yeah,
God.
good scrap from him. I'm sure he was. What was it like? 3 days notice or something like that.
I forget.
It was super quick turn.
short?
Yeah. He got it like that week of the fight. I think something like that. Super
Good
quick
for him.
to show up, be able to have a chance in the UFC and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like a Bellator guy.
Oh yeah, he's been
Yeah.
going at it for a long time, man.
Yep.
I always like those guys that we see and we'll talk about here another guy coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we see him do so well, like Paddy, I was super excited for Paddy, Michael Chandler. Those were guys, man.
Yeah, Cage Warriors and Bellator right there.
Yeah,
like,
you
that's
just get,
crazy.
Yeah, and then they get their chance.
MVP.
Yeah, and at
Yeah.
first, sometimes people were like, "Oh man, they ain't competed against anyone like the UFC."
Nah, dude, Austin Vanderford fought Gegard Mousasi, bro. Like that's a fucking legit fighter right there. Like they
Right.
thought he was like up there with that division. Like no
Justin-
matter if he was in Bellator. Like,
Justin Gaethje frustrated the hell out of me when he first came into the UFC because I was like, "God damn it!" I was like, "Just calm down." man."
imagine the motherfuckers in the octagon.
Yeah,
Like, God damn it!
I know, and then he focused up for a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, he's
Oh, I love Justin Gaethje so much. I just want him to be okay after his career's over, man.
he's about to fight Dan Hooker.
I
So
know,
we're
that
going through
fight-
the fucking windmill again. Like
Talk about
about to be insane.
nerve-wracking. I'm
Barn
going to be
burner.
nervous on that fight.
yeah, that's about to
I
be
can't wait.
a scrap.
I can't fucking
That's the people's main event in that card for sure. Like Poatan's fighting Ankh, and hopefully Ankh doesn't break everybody's hearts. But yeah, Gaethje versus fucking
Hooker.
Dan Hooker is gonna be insane. It's
gonna be lit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good.
Hooker already just came out saying, he's like, "Yeah, I already know my fight with him's going to, I'm prepared to go to the hospital."
Yeah,
It's like, holy shit.
yeah. Oh
Damn.
man,
Now, IIia Topuria, guys, like, damn. I'm telling you right now.
Dana White, just fucking barrage of news that he dropped. on
Oh,
us.
dude.
like starting with that.
Well, what it
first
was
of all.
what? Was it Monday? When did that news drop?
I think it was a
Or
Tuesday.
Wednesday? Tuesday? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, something like that.
And it was just bam, 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 bam,
Yeah,
bam,
yeah,
bam.
yeah.
We
Just
were
a-
all like crackheads waking up.
Yeah, a bunch of chips just
Fucking
Yeah.
landed in front of us,
yeah.
baby.
So yeah, Ilya vacated the fucking
What
belt.
a gangster.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Real shit. Not
At-
keeping up the division or anything.
At first, I saw articles where it was like, "Oh, Dana White doesn't want any more double champs. No more double champs."
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched the interview today after the fights last night, and he's like, "No, it's just up to the individual case.
Right.
It's got to be the right person,
Yeah. Like if you've cleaned up the division, that's different.
and you've earned it."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I do agree, like double champs do kind of fuck things up when the person isn't doing it right,
Yeah.
and it's holding people up. So when you got IIia Topuria, guys, who just did what he did in that division, say, "I'm done with this."
Yeah.
And go risk it to go up to a bigger division against a guy who looks unstoppable.
Yep.
Like, hats off to IIia Topuria. What a fucking gangster.
Yeah. And no matter who he even ends up fighting, if it's not Islam for some reason, because we still haven't heard from Islam,
Dustin's saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
it's me, guys."
it's gonna be Dustin, dog. That's even crazier. I think I'd rather, if I'm Ilya, I'd rather fight fucking Islam than Dustin.
I give him even more respect. If he's going up, he's like, okay, fine, I won't fight for the belt right away. I'll earn my shot. Even more, it's like, damn, the roses.
Yeah.
Those roses are real. Here's a rose.
Yeah. Against Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
And that would be his retirement fight. He's already said his next fight.
What a striking fight that would be.
Yeah. Insane.
Oh, God, what if Topuria points to the middle of the octagon and knocks out? I'd be like, oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, man. That whoever Ilia Topuria fights next, it's going to be an insane
exciting
fight. Yeah, very exciting. He's, like I said, there's still stars in like the sport right now. Like Ilya's a fucking star right now. Whoever he fights next, that fight is going to be fucking off the charts for sure.
That's that gangster, man. When you believe in yourself,
that'll take you pretty far.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the perfect example of it right there with Ilia Topuria. It was super inspiring because it's like to give up the belt and take that chance and risk.
Yeah. His story is not even close to being over either. And
right?
If he can pull this off on the first go, whew,
right?
Yeah, it's over. He's going to fill up a stadium in Spain next after that. And then, yeah.
All she fucking wrote.
Yeah. That could be what happens next. We still don't know.
Hats off to him, too, because what? Islam's 5'10", and he's 5'7".
Yes.
And I know,
on paper.
Jobins, I've been around enough UFC fighters. I kind of get how this works. And I don't know how
It's a generous 5'7".
We need a height auditor in the UFC like fucking Elon is for the government. Let me be the height auditor. I'm going to get some official height.
Get the tape
measure. Shoes off. Shoes off, Pereira.
No Air Maxes.
Sean, I love you. Shoes off.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because we got to figure this out.
As a short king myself, like I can see Ilia Topuria and I'm like, 5'7", dog? Come on now.
I don't know about that.
What are we talking about?
Are you sure about that?
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that 5'7" Ilia Topuria?
For real.
And then, oh my God, just so much excitement. So yeah, massive respect to Topuria.
So because Ilia Topuria vacated the belt,
now we get fucking Volkov versus
Diego Lopez.
Yeah, I know you're fucking just...
Dude, that fight's
can't
gonna
wait.
be fucking insane, bro. Because, like, there's so many different possibilities, too, from all this shit.
Lopez is a dog.
Yes, a fucking dog. And, man. For Volk to come back and fight that guy after the last shit is insane. Because he could get put out exactly the same, and that would be heartbreaking. But, woo! Gonna be a fucking gnarly fight. Gnarly fucking fight. Diego's been wanting this chance.
Fucking fly, sorry. Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Paco. We'll call him Paco. Paco, get the fuck out.
I'm interested with the chin of Mr. Volk, right?
Oof.
Because if the chin is there and his power is still there and his champ mindset is still there, can he be the smarter fighter and be the experienced fighter and win this fight?
Fighter. That's what I was going to say. Like, honestly, if he can get through the first 2 rounds with Diego, he's sailing after that.
Dude.
Diego's going to come out heavy the first 2 rounds.
If I'm Diego Lopez, who's already probably a gangster at training and all his fucking weird you look at the guy and I'm like,
believe, achieve, make it happen.
Oh my God. Like he's just one of those weird genetic dudes. He's so scrappy, Jobins. Yeah. Anytime he's in the weirdest positions trying to take your fucking leg, trying to take something off your body, he'll put himself in those weird positions, weird angles.
Yeah. He's got weird ability on
and
the
he's
ground.
got a chin.
Yeah, he's definitely got a chin.
He knows how to fucking strike.
But
he's a dog.
Volk's a champ. Been through plenty of 5-round scraps, and
he's a weathered champ. And we're gonna see what's up if he.
Yeah, and Volk's gonna feel like, hey, that's just my belt to get back. You know what I mean?
And I guarantee you that's probably how he feels, right?
Yeah, 100%. So Diego's the one that's gonna come in having the fucking try and claim it. You know, the only way I could see it, if it goes to decision, they're giving it to Volk, but he can come in there in those first 2 rounds and break a lot of fucking Volk fans' hearts. Because
I know I love Volk
that would be rough
so
to
much.
see again. Yeah.
Right now, I think I'm gonna go Volk.
Okay.
Now I can't wait to see Fight Week and everything because I do believe, right? Like here, all right. If I'm Volk, if I'm the Great, who's a fucking dog as well,
right?
And the guy who beat me's gone, and the other guy who beat me's gone, and a guy who I've never fought before, young fresh blood, is coming for the belt, and this is a vacant belt, and I can get my belt back again. Holy shit! Like that, I feel like this should be a new fire for Alexander Volkanovski.
100%.
So I feel like he's probably going to get the job done.
He could, but if Diego comes out and finishes him in those first 2 rounds, then it doesn't matter what fucking IIia does if he wins or loses. Diego's gonna be like, "Come back, dog. I got you."
Oh, I know.
That opens up possibilities for that. Not to mention, Patricio Pitbull's also on the fucking card.
I know, dude. That's
with
insane.
Yair. And if somebody falls out of that fucking Volk or Diego Lopez fight, insert Yair or Patricio Pitbull, whoever you want to fucking do at that point. So many possibilities.
Yeah. UFC 314.
Yeah.
Like, that's my card. That's my area code. I've been waiting for this moment. I wish it would have been in St. Louis, Missouri. That would have been even more lit, but it don't make sense.
There by the
yeah,
UFC.
It does not make sense, I guess, right now, even though in the future, I think they'll go look back and go, maybe.
But they got a St. Louis guy on the card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sean
Woodson, baby. 314, baby. I'm super excited for Sean Woodson, guys. Been a big fan of him for a long time. Such a good dude, right?
Yeah.
A guy who's being in the trenches. He's being shaped and molded.
Yeah, he's like the Kevin Durant of the UFC.
Yeah, and he's
a sniper.
And he's one of those guys where it's like it don't matter. He's staying focused. He's coming up. Mm-hmm. He looked so good on his last performance. Yeah. His body's changing. He just looks, and I honestly think, I'm like, dude, I think Sean Woodson is going to be champ in the future. I think he has a very good chance.
And he's been through some wars now, and I feel like every time you go through those things, it kind of levels you up.
And if he can he gets this win over Dan Ige, huge.
Insane.
Now it's like next.
Yeah.
I think if he beats Dan Ige, he'd be one. If he gets impressively win over Dan Ige, you get a top 5er. Boom, depending on how the division's playing out. Bam, after that, title shot.
Is on the map, baby.
Again.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
Let's go.
Same with Gordon. Gordon Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting this week, too, on that Manel Cape card.
Yep.
Yeah, and another St. Louis guy, bro. St. Louis is on the rise.
Yeah, it is sick, though.
Luckily.
Like, if I'm Sean Woodson and I'm on the UFC 314, holy, and I'm fighting Dan Ige, that's got to fuel Sean Woodson. Yeah, dude. That's in there, baby.
100%, yeah.
314, baby. Stand up. Yeah. Michael Chandler versus Paddy, too.
Oh,
we got to get into that.
Another fucking scrap. 5 rounds. 5 fucking rounds.
I can't wait for this.
See you at the Topuria.
I can't wait. And it seems like so far there's not that much bad blood. Yeah. Seems like they're going to probably have fun with it, with the shit talk, which I'm even more excited about. Yeah. Because who's going to win that head game? Are we going to see Paddy kind of get fired up from Michael Chandler?
Nah.
Because I don't think we'll see Michael Chandler's always going to be Michael Chandler.
Paddy is going to piece up Chandler in the promo. In the promo, but if Gordon, that one guy, Flash Gordon, Jared Gordon, can piece up Paddy Pimblett, nah, dude. We're going to get Chandler fucking putting him out. Like, there's no way. This is such a level up and fucking competition for him. Like, I respect Paddy and everything, but he's got checked by that guy he was sparring with in that video that went viral.
Michael Chandler, also a Missourian.
Yeah, it might be the St. Louis people's night. I believe Chandler's gonna have a really good chance to put fucking Paddy out cold. Like, see something crazy. Yep. And I like Paddy. Paddy's a great fighter and everything, but he hasn't been checked like that, and he hasn't been in a ring or in an octagon with somebody like that. And I think Chandler's hungry, dude. He hasn't been able to fight anybody for like 2 years or some shit like that.
There's a cold video, guys, of when Paddy's fighting Bobby Green, right? And Bobby Green comes sprinting inside that octagon. He's flipping around, and Paddy's just standing right there, ready, looking at him. Yeah. And look what he did.
That's Bobby. That's King Green.
I'm telling you, you're only as good as your last fight. And I think Paddy Pimblett is in his fucking prime right now. Yeah. And I think we're about, if he, this could be his next big, this could be a big lineup where to the belt, getting the belt, and becoming a big star.
It's a great scrap though, yeah. Like
he already is. He's already a huge star.
It's another one of those where I'm kind of favoring the experience over.
If he goes out there and finishes Michael Chandler, it's gonna be massive.
That would be insane.
And it's almost
I could see a submission by Paddy too.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I could also see a submission.
Totally can see a submission from Paddy.
Oh, that's such
and
a great
people are
card,
a lot, dude.
Miami,
I can't wait.
Miami got a banger, bro.
A lot of people are. I feel like so far from what I've heard from a lot of people is everyone's kind of counting Paddy out, and I'm not right now.
No, I get it.
And I love Michael Chandler.
5 rounder too, bro.
I know, dude.
5 rounder for Chandler.
And everyone's saying that favors Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Paddy hasn't been there yet. Paddy this, Paddy that. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
He's been out 2 years too. He might have some ring or
right?
octagon rust.
And he's been going through so much.
Yeah.
I love both these guys so much, and it makes it such a fucking fun co-main
Those are the
event.
best fights, though.
It
when
really is.
You don't want to see really either one lose, but you have to pick and you have to decide like who you think.
Imagine if they had put. Imagine if it went Alex, Diego, Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje, fucking Dan Hooker. That would have been like. We would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know?
but these next couple months are pretty packed. It's gonna be
Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull's fucking awesome.
insane.
I like that fight for him for his first time coming in against a top guy like
Great
that.
fight, dude. If he wins that fight, he has a shot at the belt.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if we're looking at it,
Jeff Neal versus Carlos Parates. That's gonna be a good fight.
Another fighting nerd. Those dudes are fucking crazy.
Yep.
Prates, he'd be smoking ciggies
Dude.
in the bag before he goes out. It's insane.
UFC 314, guys. I cannot fucking
Great
wait.
fucking card. For real. Miami got a banger. Shout out to our boy Sugar. He won the Miami card last year.
Yep.
Fucking legendary.
That's crazy that was that long ago already.
Yeah.
Time is flying,
Time
man.
flies, bro. After party at 11 was fucking epic. So many people were there. Just a great time.
I really hope nothing happens to this 314 card, dude.
Oh, man. It's a legendary
I'd be
card.
sad.
Yeah, we're going to see.
We have some really good fights coming up this year, guys, and it's really getting me back into the love of UFC.
Hell yeah,
again.
man.
I like that shit.
Yeah, we got Bilal in Montreal.
Dude, I'm a little
315.
sad, right? Because back to the, not about Bilal, but I was hoping they were going to do Wei Li versus Valentina Shevchenko. I think that would have been it. I think that was the fight to make.
I think they can make that next, though.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens in this fight, of course.
Manon, how do you always say it? Manon Ferrero?
Ferrero Rocher? No.
Ferrero Rocher?
No.
I always fuck her name.
Manon Fiorot.
Manon Ferrero.
Manon Fiorot.
Yes. You would just make it come off the tongue.
Manon Fiorot.
Damn.
Manon Fiorot.
Think she's got a chance against Valentina Shevchenko?
I think she does. In Montreal, the whole crowd's going to be with her, you know, because they're French down there, kind of a little bit mostly. So, yeah, I think she's going to have the crowd on her side, but Valentina
Goes in and upsets the fucking champ.
Oh, yeah. Then
Beautiful. It'd be beautiful.
Another way to put a little fire in the division.
Right.
If that doesn't happen, though, and Valentina wins, then it's Valentina versus Zhang Weili. So I think
Well, I
either way,
wonder now,
the women.
well, with that fight being booked, is Weili just going to wait? Is that how that's going to happen, or is she going to get a fight booked soon?
If I'm Weili, I would wait.
You wait?
Yeah, I would wait her out a little bit. She's been a good champ. She's been active and shit.
I think
like that.
she's the one that's meant to be the next double champ.
Yeah, oof, that would be so sick. And she's the only one, like, in the whole UFC that actually deserves to go for a double champ. Like, Islam's the other one that talks about it, but I don't think he's exactly there yet.
Dude, wait.
Most of his defenses are against featherweights, and especially if it's against IIia next. So,
God, imagine it being there when she knocked out, what's her name? Had the big hemotainment. God, I'm forgetting her name.
Joanna
Yeah,
Jurczyk.
yeah, Joanna.
Jurczyk.
God,
That's
when
one
she-
I can't get.
Jurczyk. How could I forget Joanna's name?
Joanna.
Blank in there, Jobin. Sorry.
Joanna, man.
Sorry about that, man.
Joanna, man.
Yeah, but dude, when she flatlined her, that was fucking
Yeah,
insane.
fucking wild fight.
The
When
UFC,
when freaking Rose got her though, that was fucking
Right?
insane too, yeah. It's UFC, man.
UFC math don't make sense. It's insane. It's the most beautiful, grueling sport in the world. One day they can love you, and the next day they can fucking hate you,
Yep.
and
That's
it's
the name of the
insane.
game.
Yeah,
Real ones stick around though.
yeah.
Yeah, for real.
God, we were talking. Me and Chris, we were fantasizing, Jobins, right? We were like, okay, maybe. I know Sanhagen. Who's Sanhagen fighting?
Davis and Figueredo.
Yeah, which, whew,
That's a great fight.
I like that
That's a
fight.
banger fight, right?
I like that fight.
Yeah.
Sanhagen's probably going to be,
Iowa randomly.
huh?
They're fighting in Iowa.
I like it. That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's cool. They got a
Who-
good fight out there.
I think Sanhagen's going to be a little too big for him
You think so?
and long.
Okay. I like that. I don't know, man. Davison, I feel like he's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have that many more shots anymore. You know, he's not going to go back to flyweight anytime soon, I don't think. I think he's done with that weight cut. He's going to go crazy on this one. And I think he can take him to the ground, maybe get a little submission going against Sanhagen.
That'd be insane.
I think Sanhagen's getting a little ahead of himself. He's getting, like, more into the promo side of things. Hopefully that means he's still training and still, like, you know, a killer in the stand-up. But we'll see. We'll see.
Dude, if Figgy went out there and submitted Sanhagen, they'd be fucking nuts.
Yeah, he can make a call out. But, yeah.
He'd call out anybody.
Yeah.
I was daydreaming like, man, what if Sean had come back and he fought Sandhagen if Sandhagen was like the next up and he darsed him? I'm like, God, anyone that Sean darses, I'll be fucking going ecstatic for. I don't know who Sean's fighting yet, Jobins. We don't know.
We do not know.
Yeah, all I know is Sean is fucking looking so good. It's so nice to see him getting healthy, feeling good again. It's nice seeing him back in the gym, being an old self. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, it seems like he's been healthy again, getting back at it and all that shit. It's good to hear. And then Dana was saying, too, that, like, he believes that people want to see Merab versus Suge, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we believe, too. So hopefully 100%. That just means that that's what's getting made. We don't know when.
Yeah.
That's the question. Hopefully that's the fight that gets made, though.
Would be fucking
bang.
It'd be insane, dude.
There's other possibilities out there, but that would just mean that Suge would have to wait for a little while.
God, if Sean went out there and darsed Merab for the rematch, oh, fuck.
Legendary.
I'd be
Armin, guillotine.
We back.
We back, baby. Back to the moon, baby. Nah.
Hats off to Merab, dude, though.
Yeah.
He's been dominating.
He's been killing it.
He kills it on social media.
Yeah.
Right?
He's all right.
And that's what's going to make it. But guess what? Him doing all that and doing all this makes that win even fucking better.
Yeah. And it's going to happen eventually. Like I said, the longer time passes, the better our boy's feeling, better he's going to start, being able to train and all that shit. And yeah, hopefully that's the next one. Whatever time it takes.
Yeah. Did you see what Izzy had to say?
What'd he say?
I had never been the biggest Izzy fan publicly, but lately the way that he's just been handling everything, that last fight got me. I've been more of a fan of him.
Okay.
And I think as a person,
he's been humbled a little bit.
I feel like he's growing as a person right now. Yeah. And he said he went on about his loss, saying he said people say that he was washed, right? And he goes, they call me washed, but how are you going to call me washed when you haven't even been in the laundry? What have you done? I felt like that was
wash yourself first, fool.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but it's so right, dude. It's so easy for everyone to have an opinion on something that they never do. Yeah. Even for me to have my opinion.
That's what trolls do, bro.
Yeah. It's with every sport and everything.
Yeah, in any kind of performance aspect, in anything where you have to put yourself out there and like risk yourself in any way, whether that's just like fame-wise or physically you're risking yourself. No matter what it is, people that would never do something like that are always going to judge and act like it's stupid, but it's because they don't have the balls themselves to ever do something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we run into that a lot, bro. And everything that we do is a performance in a way. Like you doing this podcast right now is a performance in its way. And people are always going to find a way to judge those kind of things because they would never find it in themselves to go reach whatever goal that they're trying to reach.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, damn. And you got to just put yourself in. It's like, oh, you got to remember this. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
But that kind of felt like a Zoolander quote from him. You know, imagine Zoolander saying that, like, how can
what
you
is
call
this, a center for ants?
Yeah. How can you teach kids how to read when they can't even fit inside the building? That's just how that kind of felt from Mr. Izzy. But he was like... no,
that's real shit, though.
Yeah, and he said his mindset right now, he was like... Now he, like, when he was becoming champ, he was saying that he was expecting it. Because, dude, that's, again, when you believe in yourself, like, it's not a shock.
Yeah.
Even Little Peep said that one time. Sorry, bringing Little Peep into this, guys. But there's a video of Little Peep when he's looking out the window, and he's talking to the camera guy. And he's like, "Are you surprised by this? Like, we've been working hard." And it's like that's when you believe in yourself, shit.
Yeah.
So up the whole time while he was becoming champ, he expected to become champ.
Yeah.
And accomplish what he had accomplished.
Yeah.
And then he said this. This one was deep, guys. He's like, "If what I've done in this game doesn't make me happy already, then what will?" And I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking heavy and deep.
Yeah.
Because every fighter will feel that. And anyone will feel that with anything that they put their love into, that they're trying to grow and create and put everything they've got into.
That's somebody that got to be a double champ, bro.
And look at his roster,
like
his
champ,
wins.
My bad. Yeah. Insane. And like that first run that he had is going to go down in history right under Anderson Silva's. Like,
right.
legacy. Like, it's insane.
It's a little bit of the problem of human nature, right?
Yeah, that's why like people like I think Darren Till put out a tweet when people were judging Izzy for losing to Imabov. He was like, "You motherfuckers are judging and shit like that. You could never have accomplished what Izzy has." And it's because Darren Till, you know, he's been somebody that wanted to accomplish the kind of shit that Izzy did, but he never was able to. But he's still a fucking killer, bro. He was a legend. He's gonna go down as a legend in the UFC. So there's people that have never even been able to get one title win. So to accomplish what Izzy has, very few.
Yeah.
You know? And so
and with the
fuck all the people hating on Izzy. And that's somebody that used to not like Izzy. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like human nature, right, guys? Like people always expect more.
Yeah.
Like we're always wanting more.
Yeah. That's just
so it's like look at everything that he's done, and then like we then get fueled by wanting to accomplish more and always wanting like as you just always want to get more and accomplish more and do more.
Not satisfied.
Not satisfied.
Yeah.
When
it's
it's
never
like
enough.
right.
Yeah.
So for him to kind of for a guy like Izzy to kind of sit there after everything he's been through and kind of go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like what makes me happy?
Yeah.
Like that's so fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah. And I think that's what he's probably looking at right now. He's trying to figure that out, you know.
Right?
What makes me happy? What do I want to do?
Fuck.
It's another guy that might be looking at a retirement fight, which is crazy to think about, bro. We're starting to lose people, but we're getting stars too.
It's a self-reflection that everybody goes through.
Yeah.
At one point in your life, probably.
Yeah, like, am I doing the right things?
Yeah.
Do I keep doing this? Have I done enough in this?
And
or
as
do I start something new.
And bro, as someone, I don't know about you, goddamn fly. Wish I had my salt gun.
Yeah, you're a menace with that thing, bro. Coming in there. Like,
I know. I'm Rambo with
Terminator
that thing,
with that.
I radio with my soldiers. I say, man down. I need my photographer to.
Someone pick up the body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But fuck, what was I saying? Yeah.
But
just for someone, for me, who's someone who I haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish, and then even like sometimes I'm real down on myself, but I'm like, wait, just look at what you have accomplished, look at where you're at, look at what you're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I just want to accomplish so much more.
I was scrolling down the YouTube, bro, the Brendan Schmitty Show YouTube, and I was just looking at all the guests you've had, and I'm like, dude, it's like a fucking SNL universe of characters that you've had on this show. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out to him in the gym. That's just I'm lucky.
You have so many different people that you've had on here, like, and you've done it for such a consistent amount of time. I feel fucking fortunate as somebody that was just a fan, and now being able to be a part of that group is fucking
I appreciate
dope for
you.
me.
Same for me.
Being on here right now is sick to me, but like I said, it's just cool, and it's like, damn, that's consistency, bro. Like, you scroll down that shit, it's just consistency of how much you've been through and how much you can still do.
Right.
Like, look at how the guests look now. Imagine like when you grow and grow and grow, the guests can get even better and better and better. If not better, but you know, just grow in a different way.
Right.
Yeah. And you're doing
just
that,
keep
bro.
doing it.
As long as you're consistent. Even if it doesn't seem like it's like making the most noise at that time, you know, it just takes one to fucking pop off, and then you hit another level, and then you do something else in your life, and then you're gonna hit another fucking level, and that's all it is, right? Like, it's a game that you never really finish, pretty much.
Right.
You just gotta fucking keep leveling up, and hopefully you become a better player, and by the time you're done with the game, you're pretty up there in the rankings.
I cannot imagine how that feels with a guy like Israel Adesanya. Because,
yeah, he's up there,
bro, I can feel it with Sean. I feel the high and low right now. Like the way Sean was when he was champ and how life is and how everything's going. And then when you're not champ. Yeah. And this sport is just so fucking reckless and crazy. Yeah. And honestly, Jobins, 18 years I've been watching this shit. And I remember telling my friends back in high school, I was like, guys, this is going to be the biggest sport one day. Like, this shit's going to take over. And people would laugh at me and say, and like, because no one even fucking watched it. A couple people watched it.
Yeah.
And now look at this shit.
People thought I was weird because I was just like a young kid watching Tony Ferguson bloody up people. Like,
sometimes it freaks me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
I was into that.
The Coliseum in Rome, which Brendan and Brock are going to look at, that's history. And here we are again.
Yeah.
As
the modern day version.
As modern day and this is a global sport, right? And we're all tuning in to watch two gladiator warriors go at it.
Yeah.
And they could die.
Yeah. And we know people that are in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Which is crazy. Even just like the boys that have been fighting at a Red Hawk recently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
JP, Danny, JoJo, David Clay.
Oh my God.
Kurt, yeah, all of them, like being in there, they're all gladiators in that sense, because
I'm telling you guys.
It's the modern day version of that, pretty much.
When you know these motherfuckers, it changes the game with like how you feel and everything. Because holy fuck, when I went to those fights that one night when you got multiple people and your buddy loses, and then you got another guy, but then he wins. It's like, whoa.
Like, how do we feel right now?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
That's always been something about like being involved in like combat sports in some way. You always meet the people that are in there, and like sometimes you're in there yourself, and it's just like you just have to deal with it because it sucks. It's either gonna make them super happy or super sad. That's kind of not the gamble that you take, but it's kind of like the decision that you make to get in there. It's
right?
Like, yeah, the results are gonna be one or the other. You know, somebody's gonna want it more, or somebody's
gonna
have their night. Yeah, somebody's gonna have their night.
And it's crazy what money makes us do. I see these old videos of Conor pop up, dude, and I'm just so grateful that I was a big fan and I got to see all that happen.
Yeah.
Even way back in the day when I was watching the sport develop and getting its weight classes and women coming in and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Wild when Rondo.
It's a wild fucking thing because in came Conor McGregor and he literally changed UFC.
Yeah. Another guy to be a tough fan of, but he changed the game.
He changed it, man. And when I see old videos pop up, right? And what was really cool for me now that I reflect in my life, my dad would always thought UFC was so crazy and brutal, but he loved boxing. And I'm always trying to explain to him how they're good. They're for fighters being healthy. They don't want people to die. And it wasn't until Conor McGregor came along and my dad finally got into the UFC. And then, because anytime it was a Conor McGregor fight night, I had a big party at my house. Every time. Yeah. From the very beginning.
Yeah, it was a big deal every time he fought.
Yeah, dude.
He was one of probably the first person in the UFC that was like that.
It got to the point where he'd be like, "Hey, Ricky, when's Conor McGregor fighting again?" Like, I don't know yet, Dad. He just fought. You know, I'm like, he's got to recover. Oh, okay. You know, because he's old and doesn't know shit.
And he was probably like just a boxing guy, I'm sure. Dude. Like he knew about that stuff, but Conor was the first person that he looked forward to fighting.
And then COVID happens.
So sick.
And everything shuts down. UFC doesn't. Now it's even bigger. Yeah. You got all these big YouTube influencers mixing themselves into the UFC world. It's just become such it's insane.
People like to say that the sport's like falling off a little bit, but I don't see that at all. Like,
I go back and forth, right? Because right now there's a spark back in me, right? Yeah. Because when Dana White comes dropping fight news like this and shit, and you start making cards again, and we just start developing the right people, and we get stars going again. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, and I guess hopefully there was just a time period where that explosion kind of disrupted it, right? So now that we got this big explosion, now we're here. Yeah, hopefully we'll shaping it back up and get it back to. Yeah, you know what I mean?
100%. And like I feel like people. Last year, because some people ended up not being champs anymore, like our boy Sean, you know, he's going to get the belt back eventually. But because of that happening, people are like, oh, the UFC doesn't have stars. But Sean's still a fucking champ in, like, a sense. You know what I mean? Like, he's always going to be a champ no matter what. Even if he doesn't have the belt currently, he's always going to be a champ. And because of that, he's still a fucking star. So there's stars like that throughout the whole fucking organization still. And people that are coming up, like Jean Silva and shit like that are gonna pop off with fans, and I feel like it's still a big sport, and it's still got all the stars that it needs, I think, and there's even more coming in. So, and there's some retiring, so that's even crazy.
That's life.
Dustin Poirier, man.
I've watched many go.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yep. Well,
for real.
Damn. Well, you got anything else for me, buddy, for this episode, or are we all done?
Yeah, man. Fuck.
It was a big UFC night, big UFC day. Brendan's fucking gone.
Yeah, man. But there was a lot of fight stuff being announced, and
I appreciate all you guys watching. Episode 189. We are 11 away from 200. Big deal for us. Let the countdown begin, baby.
Yeah, man.
What you got going on for the rest of the week?
Nothing. I haven't been feeling the best the last month or so. So this week I'm finally feeling all right. Hopefully I get back to training and shit like that. I was real sick for like the whole last month.
Dude, knock on wood, man. Everyone's been getting sick at the gym, and I have stayed away from it so far.
It was terrible, man. It made me pretty.
I've been washing my hands.
Yeah, it made me pretty fucking sad not being able to train and just not do anything, just feeling weak and shit. But feeling better now, excited to get back into it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm doing, and working.
Fuck yeah, dude.
On myself, on the finances, on all the shit.
Fuck
yeah. That's all we can do, baby.
It's Sunday here. Joe Benjamin's going to get this fucking edited
Lord's
and
Day.
upload for tomorrow. Going to cook a good dinner. I've been cooking a lot of good home food. I've been working out 4 days a week. I work for Tim 6 out of 7 days a week. I do 3 pods a week. The grind I'm in right now feels good, and I want to keep going. I'm seeing changes in my body. My scale goes like this, but I'm seeing changes, so it motivates me to keep going. I appreciate all you guys watching. I love you.
You've been motivating me, buddy. I appreciate it for real.
I appreciate you, G.
Good shit, man.
And I appreciate you guys. So
Shout out to Jobins.
Yep.
Love y'all.
Love you, Brendan. Hope you,
Peace out.
Brock and Mel. I hope you guys are having a good time. We'll see you soon. Deuces.